What has been the difficult part of the business? Because it seems like this is one of these charmed businesses that in 3 years has gone from basically being, like a life hacker, .com kind of darling, one of the first great iPad apps, one of the great, iPhone early apps when there wasn't a lot of competition, frankly. You guys were able to get noticed. And now all of a sudden this has just become a staggeringly large business for, I don't know, 30 months or 36 months of existence.
Yeah, so it was amazingly difficult, especially the first couple of years. The Evernote was it was a big turnaround. Basically, we relaunched the company when I joined in 2007. We first launched the service in the summer of 2008, and it was we came close to death many times. I mean, we were raising money in the fall of 2008, right as the world was collapsing. Right,
Good times.
Right as it was. I mean, we literally came within probably 15 minutes at one point of shutting down the company. And so initially, the fundraising was brutal. It was the biggest problem was just staying alive. We never had more than a couple of months of payroll.
So when you walk into a VC in that time period, and you say, "Hey, I have this idea. I want to be your virtual brain," and they're thinking, "Jesus Christ! If I make a capital call, I'm not going to get the money from these endowments that don't even know if they have it."
Yeah.
Take me to that moment? What is it like? Are those guys just totally like, what are you talking about? You want to do what with somebody's brain, with your company?
Yeah, it's tough. It was really, I mean, we had, at one point, we managed to line up an investment of a pretty big one. It was like a $10 million round. And it took a long time. We were in due diligence for like 9 months. It wasn't a Silicon Valley.
Holy
yeah, it wasn't a Silicon Valley VC because they wouldn't touch us at that point.
Right.
But it was a different investor. And about 9 months of due diligence, during which we had to clean up a lot of the a lot of the hassle that was at the company kind of at its founding. There was some IP issues that we had to clean up, just basically, did a recapitalization. So it took about 9 months to get everything spick and span. And in that 9 months, we couldn't talk to any other investor. And the day that it was supposed to close was in October of 2008. It was the day that the market really tanked. That, I think Libin closed and everything just tanked. And the investor called us on the day of closing and said, "Sorry, we were wiped out. We can't give you $10 million."
Oh my God!
And so we had basically like 6 weeks of money left in the bank. We hadn't been able to, and I thought it was over. I thought that's it. The world is falling apart. No other VC is going to talk to me at this point. We just don't have enough time to do anything. So we scrambled for a couple of weeks, but we couldn't find anything. And I literally said, I remember I was sitting at home at 3 a.m. and I finally made the decision. We had about a month of payroll left, and I said, okay, I have to shut down the company tomorrow because I have to be an adult about this.
Right.
I can't literally wait until we have zero cash. I got to pay salary. I got to make sure there's no obligations. So I said, okay, it's 3 a.m. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, go to the office, and start shutting down the company like an adult. It was my first time I thought I would have to act like an adult. And right before I went to bed, I just got this random email from some guy in Sweden. And it just said, "Hey, I'm a random guy in Sweden, and just wanted to let you know I love Evernote, and I've been using it for a couple of months, and it's totally saved my life, and this is the best software ever. I really, really love this program." And it made me feel slightly better. I thought, well, at least we made a difference to one guy in Sweden. But then he went on to say, "So I'm just wondering if you guys want any money." And I wrote back at 3 a.m. I wrote back, "Yes, we would like some money."
Yes.
And I got on a Skype call with him 10 minutes later, and 2 weeks after that, he sent us $500,000
Holy cow.
as an angel investor, and that saved us. And that $500,000 was like exactly what we needed to actually go and raise a real round afterwards. Get through the worst time. So we were literally saved by a user who just happened to be rich enough to be able to write a check for $500,000 in Sweden. And it was, had I not seen that email, had I decided to go to bed, probably wouldn't have even opened it the next morning, right? Because I'd have been in shut down the company mode. So there's a bunch of really lucky breaks that I can't take credit for. But after that, once we kind of got through the hump, had enough data, and did the cohort analysis, then it became much easier. Then it was multiple term sheets and people lining up to give us cash. And so it really turned around sharply.
And with a $500,000 user account, I assume he can upload more than 150 high-res images per month.
We have basically 3 tiers of service. We have free, we have $5 a month, and we have the $500,000 level.
You've been watching This Week in Startups. To watch the full episode, click here. To check out some other shows from This Week In, click here.